Charlie Kirk before a jam-packed State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona.
I know I speak for everyone here today when I say that none of us will ever forget Charlie Kirk, and neither now will history.
Kirk's widow, Erica, preached love.
He wanted to save young men, just like the one who took his life.
Erica Kirk told supporters she's forgiven her husband's assassin. During his speech, President Trump teased an administration announcement today on autism.
Because obviously there was something really wrong, and we think we know what that is. I think it's going to be one of the most important news conferences I'll ever have, and I look so forward to it.
The Washington Post says officials are ready to tie the risk of autism to women who take Tylenol while they're pregnant. CBS News chief medical correspondent Dr. John LaPook.
I spoke to a researcher who was part of a major study published just last year that followed 2.5 million children in Sweden over 25 years. He said use of acetaminophen, which is the active ingredient in Tylenol, during pregnancy was not associated with an increased risk of autism in children.
President Trump is directing his attorney general to get a move on and step up prosecutions of his political enemies, like former FBI Director James Comey. CBS's Willie James Inman from the White House.
Over the weekend, we saw President Trump put pressure on Attorney General Pam Bondi and the Department of Justice to go after what he sees as his political enemies, saying that the Department of Justice should look into them and adding that justice must be served.
More countries are lining up to recognize Palestinian statehood.
With world leaders poised for this week's UN General Assembly meeting.
The United Kingdom formally recognizes the state of Palestine.
Britain joining Portugal, Canada, and Australia, with France expected to add its endorsement at a UN conference later today. A majority of UN members now insisting the two-state solution is the only path to lasting Middle East peace. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
The Jewish High Holy Days begin this evening, and Los Angeles police chief says they will increase patrols around synagogues and Jewish community centers in response to a rise in anti-Semitic attacks across the country. Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, begins at sundown. Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, ends at nightfall on October 2nd. Dow futures are down 141. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance, with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.
You need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results.
News and weather brought to you this hour by Flora Animal Hospital, where we treat your pets like our own. Visit our website, floraanimalhospital.com.
2 people shot in Canton over the weekend. Some severe weather is possible north of the Jackson Metro Wednesday as a cold front comes through the area and drops temperatures just a bit. Today it's sunny at 93. Tonight partly cloudy and 69. Tuesday it's sunny and 93. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis. The 2 people who were shot in Canton were shot at the Joe Pritchard homes. That all went down Saturday night. So far, police have not said exactly what happened. One person was in the hospital and was critical. It's still not clear how badly the other person was hurt. Saturday morning used to be cartoon time. Instead, on Robinson Street in Jackson, the neighborhood kids could see police cars and an ambulance in what police believe was a drive-by shooting. At least one person, a man, was shot several times about 11:30, and Capitol Police have not announced any arrests. Sunnyvale Drive and Sandalwood Place is where a 17-year-old was killed Friday night about 9:30. Little info is coming from Capitol Police at this point, and they have not announced any arrests. The death of an Atala County man in a single-car wreck whose body was discovered Friday evening happened after he had been missing for several days.
Left his home around noon Wednesday, the 17th. Go fishing near Atala Road, 5001.
59-year-old John Cisney of Ethel had run off Highway 14 and hit several trees. A police chase that started on Fortification Saturday when a stolen Hyundai Sonata was spotted ended when the man, 30-year-old Jamori Smith, crashed the car into a tree on the Pete Brown Golf Course and ran out onto the fairway. Police chased him down, and Smith went to the hospital because he was hurt in the wreck. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, jump away at the storm. Chip away.
And good Monday morning, everyone.
Yes, the weekend was too short.
It is. It is the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie. There's Russell McGuffey beats you today, Jolynn.
Good morning, Russell.
Good morning, Russell.
And Jolynn and Jeff Thomas.
Oh, yeah. I don't see Jeff yet.
Oh, he's on my side of the world.
Okay. Oh, you're on the Facebook world.
Yes.
She's got a Facebook page up, y'all, that's Chip Matthews
and
Dawn McKenzie Show.
Yes.
I guess she's working on a name change. But anyway, y'all go to her Facebook page and you can pull it up on Facebook. And also, we're in the doghouse till the 29th. That's just around the corner.
Yep.
And then we will unleash the fury. Okay, so welcome. Glad you're here. It's a full week of entertainment. Next week, the fair starts.
Already.
What's the date of today?
Today is the 22nd.
Yeah, next weekend, next Wednesday.
Okay. A week from this Wednesday.
Is the fair. It's also Grip and Grin will be on that Tuesday.
Yes.
And then they also do an event every year, Grip and Grin at the fair. Remember that?
Do they?
They did last year, at least. Yeah. So I'm sure Bruce will be in play for that.
Yeah.
You know. But interesting weekend. Do we want to start with the car?
We've started the car for the last 2 weeks, so we might as well start off with the car.
Okay, so we all know that the Jaguar got stolen. The Jaguar was found in the city of Canton last Sunday. Of course, I didn't get a chance to pick it up till Friday.
So you did get it out of...
No.
No?
No, I have not gotten it out. Because the tow bill to take it a few blocks in Canton turns out to be a little less than $600. It was more than that. The chief says, I can get it down. He got it down to $563, $65, something like that. I went, thanks. Thanks. And so he got it down to that. But he needed to come up with that figure before 1 o'clock, and I got it about 5 p.m. on Friday.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to pick it up because the lot closed at 1. So I wouldn't be able to pick it up till today, regardless.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I felt defeated. I have run for mayor and lost, and I've run for supervisor and lost. I run for class president and lost. You know, I can deal with defeat. Yeah. It's not something that bothers me or gets me down. I actually felt like after dealing with Canton police this past week, The chief made me feel better when he talked to me, but the reality is I felt defeated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I need to get some response out of our audience, because by the time the car gets this tow bill paid and the tow bill to take it to Jaguar, because the key can only be programmed at Jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And by the time I get a key fob, which is $250, $300,
Right.
and it's not programmed. Okay. And then $650 to program it, I'm going to be in about $2,400
Mm-hmm.
on my car being stolen just to get a key to find out what's wrong with the car. What else is wrong with the
Right.
car? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I may hit, and it's a Jaguar, so I may hit jackpot and the car will be $10,000 damage. We don't know.
Right.
So when you start looking at it, I just called the chief and I said, Chief, this was my Friday offer after I woke up from being depressed. I said, hey, I just want to let him go. If he'll give me my key, I'll let him go.
It's almost cheaper.
I mean, it is. It is. It would be the tow bill, and that would be that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how has he been driving it
Well,
all this time without a key?
Well, he has.
Or does he have the key?
He has a key.
Uh-huh.
He's got a different key.
Yeah.
His key actually locks the doors.
Right. Yours
Mine would only set the alarm.
Right.
His key locks the doors.
Yeah.
When you go back and you look at it, and here's the timeline on it.
Mm-hmm.
They found the car, and I've been listening to the different stories. They said, well, we actually found the car earlier in the week, but we've been watching them drive around to see if there was anybody else involved. Okay. So they, you're telling me one story in one breath, and then I'm hearing another story in another breath the more we talk and sit and talk. So they said that the guy has been riding around in my car, and they knew about it because he'd been spotted in the neighborhood and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to the house to arrest the guy while he was washing and shining up the car. I mean, they went by to get the car. They took the car, but they didn't take the young guy. And he blamed it on an uncle, which was the older guy inside the house where he was.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't arrest either of the two.
Hmm.
They just took my car. So you have two people.
You have two criminals. They just walked away. Let them walk away.
You have two people in possession of a stolen vehicle, Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the computers and stuff that was in the car that I'd put in there just moments before it got stolen, because I was trying to get ready to come to work at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I put the stuff in the car and then walked back in the house to get something else, and then came back out and the car was gone. I was like, what the hell?
So now they're probably charging you a storage fee.
No, right now they're saying they're not going to charge me a storage fee, but they will if it had to stay over the weekend. So it will, because they got to put the car on insurance. But the tow yard that took the car will not tow the car to Jackson.
Why not?
That I don't know. They said, we're through. We don't want to touch it. We're not going to move it again.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that although it was towed correctly the first time, I've been hearing about it, that it was towed correctly the first time, but it may have not been towed correctly the first time. And it's just because if you towed the car without being able to put the car in neutral on a Jaguar, because it has some kind of weird whatever.
Well, number two, there's always somebody at these lots that are key holders to those gates.
Yep.
To let people get in and pay and receive their property.
Right.
So I think that they're just really
he lives
giving you a really hard runaround.
Well, there's something else going on. And why wouldn't you arrest the two people? Because, they've made me sign affidavits for the old man.
Are they known people? Are they known criminals?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't know them, but I signed a piece of paper saying I knew them and that they did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back and signed another one that said I knew the other guy and he did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they only arrested the second guy because the other guy was 75 years old or whatever. They said he can't be any harm.
Something really.
That's just wrong when you do not. If I were him, I'd sue the city of Canton for not getting for being what would that be? Being discriminated against for my old age.
Yeah.
By not arresting
Something
me.
about this whole thing stinks.
Oh yeah.
Stinks really bad.
To high heaven.
Yes.
But
we'll get to the bottom of it.
Yes,
then,
we will. We're going to get to the very bottom of this. And then they reminded me that I had to show up in court to press charges or they would walk. And I kept looking at them going, if I had been murdered and I couldn't sign the papers that I had been murdered,
mm-hmm.
Would they walk?
Yeah.
Oh.
Seems like somebody needs to be educated.
I'm trying to get educated. And then of course the detective who had always been on the phone and been polite to me when I went to his office to see him,
mm-hmm.
and I have still never seen him eye to eye.
Oh.
Okay. He would not come out of the office. I said,
Yeah.
I want to get a copy of all the paperwork that I signed. You can't have a copy of the paperwork you signed.
Mm-hmm.
The chief even said, I can't have a copy of the paperwork I signed. I said, I can't have a copy of an affidavit that I signed.
Really?
He said, no, you can't have a copy of an affidavit you signed. So I'm just sitting here with no paperwork. I did take a picture of one affidavit that I signed. And I'll have to see what I got to do. But that's the Jaguar story, y'all. We are up to date on that. We'll find, is it a private towing company or is it at the city impound? Well, one, it was a private towing company. Two, I don't know if the city has an impound.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know.
It's their parking lot.
No, it's not a parking lot. It's behind it's inside a fence, but I just sit there and just go, oh, whatever.
So the saga continues.
Oh, yeah. So the Jaguar story will end sooner or later because it's going to move today.
Yeah, it's going to have to.
Yeah, we're going to get AAA to move it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get it moved to Jaguar. But hopefully, I get a call from the chief this morning says, I have the key.
Yeah.
So you're going to drop charges? So what do you do then? I'm an honest person, so I will probably drop the charges.
Yeah.
But I don't believe the insurance company's going to drop the charges for all those computers that were stolen.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yep.
And he says, well, hopefully we can get some conviction and get him held over to the grand jury. I'm going, well, if you'd arrested both of them the first time when they had the car.
Yeah.
That would be that. Now you're asking me to give testimony that these are the two people that stole my car. And I don't know what they look like or if I ever saw them or anything. There's something that doesn't make sense in all of this. He says, oh, that's just the way it works. I'm going, I don't think so. But anyway.
All righty. Well, you know what time it is.
It is break time.
Time to pay some bills.
And we'll be back with more entertaining morning show programming right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKenzie on WYAB. On the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKenzie.
1039 WYAB.
Rotor's Plumbing of Pearl, your familiar plumber with the similar name. Locally owned and operated by Chris Rotor, Rotor's Plumbing is no franchise, simply lower prices and better service without the dreaded overpriced upsell. Rotor's is one of the few places you'll find that actually specialize in tankless water heater repair, as well as being your full-service plumber. And most importantly, service after the sale, meaning the techs actually answer your call, with misses averaging callbacks of 10 minutes or less. Rotor's Plumbing at roedersplumbing.com.
Dr. Mike Stonington here from Stonington Farm Grass-Fed Beef. Here in South Mississippi on Stonington Farm, our steers are grass-fed and grass-finished. No grain, no hormones, no antibiotics, no mRNA vaccines. Our grass-fed and grass-finished beef is straight from our farm to your table. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and at StoningtonFarm.com. That's StoningtonFarm.com with 2 N's. And we deliver every 4 weeks to the Jackson area. We are the grass-fed difference.
It's time to fall into savings at Mazda of Jackson. With ball games, road trips, and all the busyness, don't miss a thing. With 2.9% financing for 36 months on a new 2025 Mazda CX-5. Or get 2.9% financing for 63 months on the 2025 CX-90. 1-year maintenance is included on your new vehicle purchase. And take advantage of the pre-tariff inventory that's almost gone. Shop online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road in Jackson.
Are you ready to invest in your future? Then invest in land. This is Tom Smith from Tom Smith Land and Homes, Mississippi's premier land and home real estate resource. With land, you can create the lifestyle that you desire, whether it's a home, farm, or recreational getaway. Land means space for memories and a legacy for you and your loved ones. Tom Smith Land and Homes has homes as well as acreage, hunting, and timber properties available throughout Mississippi and the Southeast. Visit TomSmithLandandHomes.com and invest in land and your future today.
Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association wants you to stay away from downed power lines. Downed power lines carry the risk of deadly electric shock, even if the broken wire is not sparking. If a wire is crossing a road or driveway, avoid the area and keep others away. If you see a downed power line, back away and call your utility company or 911. When you call, be prepared to provide the specific address or location of the downed power line so a repair crew can get there as quickly as possible. This safety message brought to you by Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association.
I'm Sean Yurtkaran, and I've spent nearly 20 years in the courtroom, first as a prosecutor in Hinds County, now fighting for my clients as a defense attorney. I know how the system works, and I know how to protect your rights. If you're facing criminal charges, don't wait. Call me at 601-862-1320 or visit me at onetextlaw.com. That's onetextlaw.com. Serious cases need serious defense. And remember, just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. Let's get to work.
What are people saying about Tom's Fried Pies in Richland?
Tom's Fried Pies. And I made the mistake. I ordered one pie. I figured, you know what? I'll try Tex-Mex. It was so good. Man, second go around, I ate the pecan pie. You will need a meat pie. And a dessert one, get both because they are off the hook.
I went to Tom's Fried Pies today, and I'm going back. I tried the taco one, really good. When I go back, I'll bring some home.
Tom'sFriedPies.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the world famous Chip Matthews Show, heard around the world and even in Lee County. At the funeral I went to yesterday for my aunt, which was supposed to start at 1.
Yeah.
The people were still coming in at 2:10.
Oh my!
I mean, it really restored faith in humanity to me. You know, I know Charlie Kirk's funeral and everybody's showing up, but to go to a Carthage, Mississippi, and to watch people walk in to a funeral and I mean, because my mama passed during COVID, this, that, and the other, and I haven't seen that outpouring. I hadn't seen that many people in a church in Mississippi in forever.
Yeah.
And it was overflowing.
That's awesome.
And it was a big church. And I was sitting there going, this is great. And she was a good person.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember her whole entire name. Mary Frances Teresa. Then her Italian name, I don't know, Bilbro. But it was Mary Bilbro simply.
Right.
Is who she was.
Yeah.
Great person. Always believed in God, always was that type of person, always there to help and catered for everybody that did everything. And then her kids, Jennifer and Christy, and are well read, and the sermon was great. And then the kids, their kids got up. I guess this would be the grandkids to speak about the grandmother. They were well read and everything, and you would just sit there and go, "Wow, there's hope for humanity." And we all probably need to move to Leake County, it looks like, and be raised, because they just, I mean, all American.
Yeah,
it felt like an all American situation, and I was just like super impressed. And I would have been super impressed even if it wasn't family.
Right.
I mean, it was that.
What a good life she led.
And, Oh yeah, she was a great person. And but she's gone on, and we went to the funeral, the Forest Grove Cemetery,
Mm-hmm.
where I am kin to everybody in the ground. Everybody in the ground. And for the services out there, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
And got out there and saw people that I didn't know had passed during the COVID thing that were
Mhm.
kinfolk that I just didn't hear about.
Mm-hmm.
And Dale Earnhardt's mother's out there.
Oh, goodness.
That would mean what? She's kin to me.
Oh. How
That
about
would mean Dale's kin to me.
Yeah.
And so Dale Jr., send your cousin a little bit of money. I want to buy me a new car.
Yeah.
A new Jaguar. Put an 8 on the side of it.
Yeah. There you go.
But anyway, but speaking of that funeral, let's speak of the other big funeral that went on yesterday, because I was going, I wonder how that funeral was going to affect the funeral I was going to.
Right.
And it didn't,
Mhm.
I had people.
I watched all 4 hours of that yesterday, and I'm very somber today and almost tearful to see the outpouring of all the young people that he touched.
Well, the thing is, and I saw Trump get up there and speak. I've seen some highlights. I was listening to it because something was going on with blood sugar or something after I got back from the funeral, and I was out cold. I was like, had to have my eyes closed, had a mask on, was going, what the heck's going on here?
Did they have oxygen to you?
I had a fan blowing on me.
Oh, goodness.
But that's that.
Yeah.
Okay, no crying on the radio. Okay.
I'm trying not to, but it was very.
It's touching. I mean, I understand. And it's a situation that is
Will you pass me the tissue, please?
Pass you the tissue.
Yeah.
You sure you don't need a paper towel, a brawny that'll soak up more?
Oh.
But I mean, it's it's a sad situation. But it's like I told you the day that he died, and we were talking about a bag of marbles. I go, it's like you shot a bag of marbles, and the marbles went everywhere.
Right.
And you're not going to be able to put this back in the bag. I can't believe Democrats that have come out. And then I've talked to some people that are religious people who said, I haven't, blah, blah, blah. I said, you haven't listened to
That's
him.
right.
You're not listening.
They're only listening to spigots of things that people spoke to distort what he truly meant.
I mean, when you listen, I said, just take everything out of what you know. Take the politics completely out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And know that you're American and you want to be an American. So he's going to say some patriotic things that are going to make sense. He may have a different view from you, but he respected your view.
Correct.
And that was the way I was brought up.
Mm-hmm.
You respect everybody's view. And like I told you, like 10 weeks before all this happened, I started trying to study Charlie Kirk to see how he is able, and because this is what I do. I mean, I've looked at evil people in the world and tried to figure out how they controlled a nation, or how they took over the world, or how they took over 3 or 4 countries.
Yeah.
Because you got to say Castro and Hitler and all them, they were able to grab a crowd and flip it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Charlie Kirk used that same power to grab a crowd, but he didn't try to flip it. He just gave you the information where you would flip yourself.
Right.
And you were in control of yourself, and you were in control of your religion, and you were in control of where you were going. And like when I was talking to someone yesterday who says they didn't see that, I said, you got to see that. I mean, in my business, you got to study to see why people become who they become, because in the platform are trying to get clicks and the clicks and all that online, y'all, by the way, help a whole lot. And the like buttons and all that. But I mean, it is so important that you share the show and this, that, and the other, because that's what he did. He grew from just starting out on a campus and started talking.
Mm-hmm. His stories just, refreshing on how a young man chose not to go to college, and he
was called ignorant by AOC.
Yeah, and he found his why,
Yeah.
and he went after what God put in his heart to do for the young generation of people who had nobody.
And he didn't worry about money. And that's the thing that I've gotten older and gotten to where, yes, I like to be able to pay my bills and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, money doesn't have the same value to me at my old age now that it once did. And I would like to have a whole lot to leave to somebody else. And I'd like there'd be a whole lot of good I could do.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as what I need.
Yep. It changes when you get older, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I need my Jaguar back and my limousine.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And I need my front door back on my restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to make that money.
Okay, and this is right here. He's talking about Billy Graham. Let me see what we got here, because I've thought about the Billy Graham thing, like Billy Graham and his son. Well, I think now Billy Graham was a great preacher.
Mm-hmm. He was an evangelist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you put Charlie Kirk in that category, but I don't like it when they call him an activist.
No, he wasn't an activist.
I mean, CBS, ABC.
I don't think he was.
Well, I think he was a person that came and talked to you about life.
Mm-hmm.
And you made the decision after they, it's like in life when you're making decisions and you make the right decision this time and wrong. And then you go through life and you're constantly making decisions, because you're going to make a lot of good ones. You're going to make a lot of bad ones. You're going to pay a lot of stupid tax on stuff that you shouldn't have done that you did do.
Mm-hmm.
But as life goes on, you will learn. And it's like if you had somebody to sit down to be your conscience, and it could be Charlie Kirk. That's all he was. He was showing up being your conscience in public.
Right.
Like the little guy on this shoulder and the guy on that shoulder. Well, these two got part of your DNA in them. So the devil has a chance of talking you into what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of the way I look at it. Okay. Time to take a break. We'll be back. Talk some more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on the world famous WYAB.com. Heard all over the world, even in Turkey. Heard all over the world, even in Turkey. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna get free riding to the stars. You never loved me.
1039 WYAB.
CBS News Brief. President Trump remembered the late Charlie Kirk at a packed memorial at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona.
He led boldly and he argued brilliantly without apology.
Kirk's widow, Erica, said she has forgiven her husband's assassin. President Trump teased a major announcement on autism today. Washington Post says officials will tie it to pregnant women who take Tylenol. Major medical groups have dismissed that claim. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder is worried.
One of the things that concerns me is unintended side effects of this. So will women end up taking other medications like aspirin or ibuprofen during pregnancy? Those actually can be dangerous.
Today, France is expected to join the growing list of countries recognizing Palestinian statehood. President Macron tells CBS's Face the Nation.
Recognizing a Palestinian state today is the only way to provide a political solution to a situation which has to stop.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Business owners, tired of drowning in payroll, compliance, and back office headaches? P-Police has your back. P-Police can free you from the never-ending grind of employee administration, such as time and attendance, onboarding, background checks, even business insurance. While you focus on growing your business, P-Police handles the paperwork. Stop stressing and start succeeding. Partner with P-Police, locally based in Ridgeland. Visit ppolice.com and get back to business.
I'm speaking with Lee Bounds of Rapid Rate Mortgage. Why is Rita Jensen the type of real estate professional you are looking for?
As a mortgage professional, I look for making transactions easier, and Rita Jensen with Remax Connection is a prime example of that. Her attention to detail, her strong communication skills really help us as a mortgage company make everything smooth. From start contract to close, she helps me.
RitaJensen.net.
My name is Terry Parkinson. I'm with the Madison County Co-op in Canton. We're about a block southeast of the square. It's the deer time of year. We've got food plot seed from BWI, J&J Bagging, Buckbusters out of Louisiana, and Kelly Seed out of Alabama. We've got all the attractants, ryegrass. We got clovers. We sell a lot of sportsman condos, the game cams, just about anything you're going to want. Madison County Co-op in Canton is low or lower than most of our competitors.
When you want your pine trees to grow a little happier and a lot healthier, call on Holcomb Aerial Service. When your crops need dusting, think Holcomb Aerial Service. From the farm to your own pine forest, Holcomb Aerial Service will stimulate growth, eradicate pests, and preserve the value of your crops. Call Holcomb Aerial Service at 601-668-6200. That's 601-668-6200.
Did you know that the average 6-room house collects 40 pounds of dust each year? Local business Pure Air Consultants duct cleaning service can rid your home of the dust, dirt, and debris that may be caught in your air ducts. They can eliminate the mold, fungi, and microbes that might be growing inside your ductwork and polluting the air you breathe in your home. Mention WYAB and receive a free UV light with system replacement. Visit online at mypureairconsultants.com. mypureairconsultants.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It's the biggest radio show in America, and it's right here in Mississippi. Just like everything else important in the world, it all originates in Mississippi. Right?
That's right.
Okay.
We are great inventors.
And Dawn would never lie.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's his phone 1, phone 2. Let's see if this works. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's try this one. You there?
Hello.
Hello. Jeez.
Well, we lost him.
Hold on, let's try this
Chip
one.
Matthews.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Are you there?
I'm here, Chip.
There you
I hear you talk about all these illnesses on the radio. I hope you feel better, my friend. You know,
I'm working on
I
it.
call in every morning to take jabs at you, but in real life, we're actually friends. But while we're speaking on that, I think you should go ahead and write your will. Put the car, the Jaguar in particular, in the will for me, and the radio talk show in the will for Don McKenzie. How that sound?
Well, yeah, that's pretty good. But I think in reality, did you get my car?
Yeah. I have never.
It's
sold
clean.
it. Well, I've
Look,
never
when I
sold
saw
a
that car was clean as a whistle.
Well, I thank you for that free publicity. Right now, Clean as a Whistle is offering a $99 house washing that varies on sizes. So give us a call at 601-317-2196. The number again is 601-317-2196. Thank you for that publicity. But Chip Matthews, I do want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Andrea Hines.
Yes.
She's, I don't know her title with Keep Ken Beautiful.
Right.
But there was 102 volunteers across the city of Canton on this past Saturday.
All right. Did you get the employees from Canton to get out to work?
There was, but that's not included in that count, Chip.
Okay.
Let's keep this one very positive because it was a very positive event.
Okay.
I want to say to Ed Hutchins, your team was bigger than mine this time because you had 30 volunteers and I had 27. But next time, Ed, you will not beat me. My goal is 50 next time. I just want you to know that. But from what I understand, there was like 75 different bags of trash, 20 or 30 tires that was picked up out of ditches.
The sad thing is, Now, this is the reality. You got 130 people. You said 130 people that showed up?
102.
102. Okay. So you had 102 people that cared, and you got a town of 13,000 that threw everything in the ditch. What do you do to change the culture of the people to where they won't just trash their community? I mean,
those things was all over the city, so we can't point a finger at any one demographic. And with it being all over the city, you can't point it at one age group. But what I am going to say, Chip, is I have never seen that many volunteers to keep Canton beautiful.
No, I agree.
Over the past years, it is the most I have ever seen them get is about 30 people in a city by the size of Canton, and that's
look,
city is way too big.
And I was happy to see that, and I drove through town and saw it at the time it was going on. Of course,
right.
And
you had kids aging, and all the way aging up to adults. I think the oldest person on my team was 79.
Right.
And I know the youngest person on my team was 4 because it was my son. So you had all ages, all ethnic groups. You had white, Hispanic, you had black, you had all ethnic groups out there. And we was able to communicate about how we want Canton to be better. You had people that was from Canton and people that was not from Canton. You had people.
Well, you're not from Canton.
I am a Cantonian.
Well, you don't live there.
I graduated from Canton High School.
But you don't live there.
So it looks like they had some
We got to talk about this for just a second. See what you think. The shooting at Joe Pritchard home. What do you know about it? You know anything?
The first I heard of this morning was on the break with Miss That News.
Yeah.
I'm not much aware of what it is. I try not to watch the news as much anymore nowadays because regardless of which news channel it is, they're pulling from either the left or the right.
Right.
And both of them can be too extreme at times.
Well,
so I like to live in the most positive things and get things done.
Well, you got to remember the guy that Chris Davis that does our news, he is from Canton. You know,
I recognize and empathize with that, but the key word
you worked with him at the radio station with him.
Yeah, but you said from Canton. He lives in Canton.
He lives in the country, and that's what people do.
Even for me, I can't report clear news for Canton because I don't live in Canton.
No, I was just wondering if you had heard anything on it. That's all I'd wondered.
No, sir.
Because my brain was completely gone.
Yeah, I just really wanted to give a shout out to Dr. Hines and Canton Beautiful and all the teams that was across the city of Canton.
Okay.
102 people coming to show up to clean up their city. That's big in my book.
Okay,
that's real positive change.
Okay, I agree. That is good. Cleaning up is good. Okay, we got to go.
Bye.
Bye.
So, some people that was involved with the Keep Canton Beautiful was the Mayor Tim Taylor and Phillips Lumber and Home Center, Keep Mississippi Beautiful.
The people there are great.
Yeah, and Catherine Duncan.
Yes.
Sarah Butler Madison, Cynthia Allen, Treveria Smith.
Right.
Ed Hutchison, Ron Favley, and the director, Dr. Andre Hines.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're on the subject, they had the Pearl River sweep yesterday as well. And Brent Bailey is my contact with there. And he was telling me that they picked up 30 bags of trash cans, bottles, broken chairs, old grills, floats, abandoned noodles.
Abandoned noodles,
like spaghetti noodles, they were just floating
pasta?
down the river.
Yeah,
Pasta noodles,
pasta?
the little noodles that they float on.
Okay.
But this,
that you float on.
Yeah,
okay, I gotcha.
But all of these 30 bags of trash was collected, I would say, about a 15-mile stretch of river. And this whole cleanup starts at the from the headwaters of the Pearl River, which is in Neshoba County, and it goes all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So it's not just our local community.
And I saw the national story on Mississippi River and the amount of plastic that makes it all the way down the river from Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
so back in our day when we had brown paper bags,
yeah,
they disintegrated pretty quickly.
Yeah,
and we didn't have plastic water bottles. We had water hoses.
Yeah, water hoses.
We need to go back to the time when there wasn't so much trash, and landfills are just, they're running out of space for landfills, and that stuff never, ever, ever goes away.
Well, it's like the lady was it in Jackson or was it just in Lake Caroline that was pouring glasses of water this weekend and said, "This is a clean glass of water. Here's some water from my pot." And it was, the wrong color.
Yeah.
And you have to look at that and go, you can't. If we were drinking from those water hoses, might have been that dirty way back then.
That's the reason we are a healthy people.
Because of the immunity. It goes back to my thing to where if we hung our sheets outside, we would not be allergic to pollen anymore because you would get low doses of pollen
every time you do it. So I want to go on ahead and follow up with some people that supported this stretch of the Upper Pearl River, and that was Rattler Ferry Trading Post, Capital City Beverage, Sunset Grill and Marina, the Barnett Reservoir Foundation, Two Rivers Restaurant, Patterson Trenching, Olivia's Food Emporium, Upchurch Services, Accelerate Mississippi, Mississippi Nutrition, Direct Auto Insurance, and Efficient Power and Light. They were sponsors for the Upper Pearl River being cleaned.
And then what I see there are people from all over the community in central Mississippi doing their part because they enjoy it. So,
yeah, and it's important to keep those rivers
we
clean.
have to keep them clean where Amazon can use up all the water.
They're coming for your water.
They are coming for your water.
And your electricity.
They're coming for your water mostly. They're already taking your electricity. The other day I was talking to somebody after I got off there and he said, "You didn't talk about Canton being without electricity." I said, "It's as common as somebody getting shot and killed.
Yeah.
We don't catch every time the electricity goes off."
Yep.
But there's a lot going on there, and we got meetings coming up. It'll be the first of the month, so we'll get to go to some more meetings and hear some more people. I don't know why they don't just tell the truth. Just start from the beginning. Give us a timeline of what took place.
Right. They would be surprised themselves.
Yes, they would.
They would be surprised.
And as they go along, they will find out that this group was covering up for a lie for this group, that was covering up for a lie for this group, and you'll get back to the people that originally started the problem, and they would all be dead. Right. So there would be nothing you could do with those people, and everybody would be happy.
Yeah.
But I mean, this
come clean.
This constant cover up, and people tell me, Chip, you're crazy to think it's a corrupt cover up, but no, it is. You don't get in a situation where you give up $51 million worth of assets.
Right.
And that's what Canton CMU did. They're going to wind up getting a token. They're going to have some money. They're going to be on the plus side of things, and they're supposed to move on. But who got our $51 million worth of assets? Who got them?
Inquiring minds. I
hate being like that every day.
Want to know.
Oh, by the way, congratulations to Mississippi State on their giant win over Northern Illinois.
I was wondering if you were going to be a Monday quarterback.
I am a Monday quarterback. I'm a rebel.
This is
all Ole Miss people are quarterbacks.
Football's been going on, 4 weeks now?
Yeah, but
this is the first Monday that you've said anything about football, so I didn't know if you were that guy.
Well, football, I am that guy. Everybody would tell you that they would say, I'm surprised he even mentioned Mississippi State on the air at all. And then Ole Miss, of course, destroyed Tulane.
But have y'all really played anybody yet?
Yes. Who? We played Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's an SEC game.
Okay.
We're the lead.
Is that 1 out of 4?
What do you mean 1 out of 4?
SEC teams.
Yeah, we played one. Okay,
so you've played one
this week,
SEC team out of 4.
So this week, number 4, that would be LSU, plays number 11, that would be Ole Miss.
Yeah.
In Oxford, Mississippi.
And it ought to be.
And it will be game.
Awesome.
More than likely, it will be game day.
Yeah.
See, states never played these games like that. Just the greatest games in the world.
They haven't.
Now, do you remember one? I want you to tell me one. They did the big Snow Bowl in What was that? Oh, that was Independence Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. What's the big game State played in
I don't know.
that they won?
I don't know. I don't keep up.
That
with
was epic.
them.
You're the one that brought a Monday morning quarterback.
You did.
You brought a Monday morning quarterback.
I know, because you started talking about football on a Monday.
Well,
it's Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you're a State fan.
No.
Okay.
I'm not an either fan. I'm a nobody fan.
Did your kids go to State?
I had one graduate from Ole Miss and one attended State.
Okay.
COVID kept him from finishing college, which is a sad
Mhm.
deal all on its own.
Well, mine.
But anyway,
Budweiser kept me from finishing college.
I've heard football and been around football, college football, a lot, but I don't follow them as much today as I did.
Well, Ole Miss, in case you didn't know,
Mhm.
since you've not been taught right, is the greatest football team in the entire free world.
They got pretty colors.
Great. Yes. Red and blue, just like America. Just like America.
Yeah.
And
Maroon and white looks pretty good too, though.
no, it doesn't. It looks like cow's blood dyed on a shirt. And you know that. It looks just like,
Is that what it looks like?
That's
Never
how
thought about it.
That's
Never
how
thought about it that way.
Well, it's an agricultural college, and the guys were sitting there, and they were going. They were sitting there. We're going to have to get. We got the first. This is the first State fan. The first State fan. He was sitting there milking a cow on campus. He's got on his white T-shirt and his blue jeans, or overalls, or something like that. Straw hat, sitting there on a bucket milking that cow. And somebody decided to slaughter the cow.
Yeah.
They slaughtered the cow, and he was going, "Look, I can write an M on my chest in blood." That's how they came up with maroon for their color. I guess you didn't know that.
I did not know that. Thank you for the
Well,
information. But look, if it were not for those farmers up there, where would we be today? I mean, if they're veterinarians weren't around to take care of our cows.
I love farmers.
Yeah.
And
technology with the growing of our crops, and
I'm for all of that.
Yeah.
I'm
Amazon to help teach them how to save water so they can use it all.
I'm not hating on farmers in Mississippi State.
Okay.
But, they're the ones that wanted to play football. They beat us the first game they ever played us. We all got up
Yeah.
for the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was over.
Oh, yeah. They like to pass that trophy back and forth every Thanksgiving, don't they?
We don't pass it back and forth. Every once in a while, it makes it over there. And then we have to clean it and shine it back up. I don't know what they do to it. But anyway, we've got to take a break. We'll be back on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WYAB. Anyway, we've got to take a break. We'll be back on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
The Madison Lions Club is firing up the grills for our annual Chicken Go fundraiser. Join us Saturday, October 18th at the Renaissance Bank parking lot on Highway 51 and Madison Avenue. Enjoy a delicious plate with a half chicken, 2 sides, a roll, and our famous voodoo sauce. Order online at madisonlionsclub.square.site or from any Madison Lions Club member. Proceeds support vision screenings, scholarships, and local community projects. Madison Lions Club, serving with pride and serving you.
Come see us at Planter Supply in Bentonia for precise fertilizer and seed recommendations from our experts Mike Bates and Walt Shepard. They have over 50 years of combined experience in the agronomic industry, and their knowledge and experience ensures your food plot will be the best that it can be. We carry a full line of summer, fall, and winter food plot seed and deliver it straight to your field in our fertilizer spreaders for your convenience. Come see us at Planter Supply in downtown Bentonia or give us a call at 662-755-8782.
Hello, I'm Gary Jolly from the Tractor Store. LS Tractor understands your passion for the land, and just like you, LS Tractor is committed to excellence and superior products. LS Tractor comes with a long list of standard features that are unmatched by other brands and backed with the LS commitment to provide exceptional customer service and satisfaction. You get a lot more for your money with the LS Tractor. Come to the Tractor Store in Richland to experience the LS difference. The Tractor Store in Richland.
The mowing season is full on here in Mississippi. I'm David Frederick, owner of Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. The industry-changing Exmark Laser Z commercial mower turns 30 years old this year and has been redesigned with even more great features you just have to see. We have a sale going on with instant rebates, and 0% financing is available too. Stop by our store and let our award-winning staff show you the Exmark difference. Fredericks and Exmark, over 3 decades serving you in Brandon since 1993.
Tired of the office grind? Ready to take a day and enjoy some time at the course? The Sanderson Farms Championship is back in Jackson. From September 29th to October 5th, come see the world's best professional golfers at Mississippi's only PGA Tour event. Whether you're a golf enthusiast or just looking for a fun day out, this event is for you. Visit SandersonFarmsChampionship.com for more information and to purchase your tickets. Take a day and join us at the Sanderson Farms Championship.
When you choose a natural diamond, you're choosing more than just a truly precious gemstone. You're choosing a symbol of forever, formed deep within the earth over billions of years, not in a factory in China. I'm John. And I'm Corey Ravenstein. At Juniker Jewelry Company, we understand the importance of legacy. We've been Mississippi's direct diamond importer for over 4 generations. That's why we offer only natural diamonds, timeless treasures that become family heirlooms, passed down from generation to generation. Every Juniker's natural diamond is hand-selected for its enduring beauty and brilliance, ensuring your story lives on in something truly exceptional. Come shop the largest selection of gorgeous natural diamonds in the state. Every shape, size, and price range, all at the guaranteed best price in Mississippi. From the Delta to the coast, more families trust Junikers than any other jeweler. Celebrate your love. Honor your legacy. Naturally. At Juniker's.
Juniker Jewelry Company, 1485 Highland Colony Parkway in Madison, and JunikerJewelry.com, Mississippi's direct diamond importer.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
Oh, a little Ole Miss State debate will fire everybody up online, won't it?
Oh, Russ is trying to give you a T-shirt for your birthday. When is your birthday?
January.
January?
January the 10th.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll have to get him a shirt, Russell.
And then I see right there, it says up there, somebody, grumpy old man says, when both schools were 1 and 2 in the state, played some good games. Well, state got to 8-0 and then had to play somebody that year.
Ah.
Okay.
So they got 8 games under their buckle, huh?
They got 8 games under their buckle.
Yeah.
I think they played the Marys of William and Mary, and they played, I forgot who all they played.
Yeah.
La Monroe,
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech is the only team in the world that I hate.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those little schools. But that's the school that beat Ole Miss when they were supposed to win the World Series.
Yeah.
Kicked us out.
Yeah. So they brought in, didn't they kind of redistrict some college lines or whatever, for lack of better knowledge of this? Didn't they bring in some teams from other states into the SEC and they didn't fare too well?
Oh, yeah. Well, they brought in Oklahoma and Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas is, Oklahoma has been a major disappointment.
Yeah.
You know, they hadn't been worth
So what's the difference in SEC and the other? I mean, why do they not fare well with our caliber of football?
They will, but
they'll pick up their game and get better.
Look at it this way. Oklahoma used to be one of the biggest teams in the country, and they had the Marcus Dupree from Philadelphia, Mississippi on their team.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest recruitment. They were back when they had big oil money and could pay. But, you know, times have changed. The SEC is just the strongest conference in the world. Everybody in but
is it like Southern raised boys that are raised on cornbread and corn, or what is it? What makes us so much better?
Well, let's put it this way. Our cornbread and corn was in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you see these players, they're just elite machines.
Right.
And, you know, you can't be a fat slob and be on the field.
Yeah.
In this day and age. And, you know, cornbread and corn, they eat it, but nah, they're lean, mean fighting machines, all waiting to make millions of dollars in the NFL.
So it's the grit they house within them, and the tenacity.
Yes, And I still would say that there's more quality players in the United States coming out of Mississippi than anywhere else.
We have worlds of talent.
Yes.
Musical,
radio talent,
football talent, athletes of all kinds.
I mean, to know that I'm number one
in the world.
In Tibet, too.
Yeah.
Tibet.
Oh,
Big in
awesome.
Tibet. And tomorrow we're going to talk about this. I want you to catch up on this. Let's find out about this Palestinian state, who all is going to be stabbing us in the back, and what's going on with that, because that's fixing to be a big deal. UN, they're at the UN this week. So say goodbye.
Bye.
We'll be back here tomorrow morning.